Hi, I'm Sophia Marocha.
I'm Mackenzie Weller,
It is currently 3 p.m.
and we're in the C-cell.
So an example for question 1 would be a stacked washer-dryer unit where the dryer on top is way too tall for somebody under like 5 feet to be able to reach. So that causes a physical problem, and if the doors on that washer-dryer were too difficult to open, somebody that's strong, that wouldn't be a problem, but a weaker person, that would be.
And for mental abilities, if the unit had like a really complex series of knobs and switches, or the instructions in a language that the user doesn't know, then the user's mental abilities are not up to par for figuring out how to make the unit work.
So Uber already has a two-way rating system. To build on top of that, we could create a system where the driver that you receive is based on your rating, so that provides an incentive to be a nicer and more courteous person, and you can get the best and safest drivers by having a higher rating.
Other incentives for passengers to be good passengers is in making some kind of like punishment system where they could get blocked from the app, or they get more like coupons if they have good ratings. So the Cloud Pet example was bad user development because they created a demo video and asked for a password, but then showed a really crappy password. So all of the users ended up putting passwords that were like 123, and then they got hacked.
So this was a problem because all the users were children and their experience level was way too low to be able to understand that for an online account you need password protection and security.
Okay, and then the last question, question 6. So the mental model is a user's preconceived idea of how a product should work. So for an example, a user would walk up to a stove and expect there to be 4 knobs or something that correspond to the 4 burners on the stove, and that they think they should be able to use those knobs to control the burners.
So the mapping of that is the actual aesthetic layout of the design. So the best way to map something is to use the user's mental model that you already know to create that actual aesthetic layout. So for the stove, if the user's expecting the knobs to correspond to a specific stove top, then you would want to map it in that particular way. Thanks.
Thank you.